My name is Chloe Sanders, and I'm a senior this year in the Journalism and Technical Communication department. I've got a minor in French as well. And I spent this summer traveling through Europe with the International Media Studies program. It was like a study abroad program at CSU. And the program itself was 5 different countries, so we just started up in the UK and kind of just worked our way through while visiting different media outlets and media agencies in each country. And so we started in London, where we visited the BBC and CBS, and we got to see their studios and things like that. We also did a ton of touristy stuff, of course, so we saw like the Tower of London and the London Eye and all that kind of stuff. And then from London we went down to Belgium, and we were only there for a really short amount of time, probably less than 24 hours once it was all said and done. But there we met with a couple of students who go to one of the universities there in Ghent, and they talked to us and they gave us a seminar on like media, traditional media in Belgium. And so we got to kind of learn about how media is different there versus in the United States, because they still use newspapers as their main form of media, whereas newspapers here are dying so much. So that was really interesting. And then we also went to Amsterdam for a couple of days and visited a PR firm and learned kind of about like what they do. It was a fashion PR company, and so I mean it was pretty different from what you usually think of as far as PR goes, but it's still pretty interesting. So we saw the Anne Frank House and the Van Gogh Museum while we were in Amsterdam, and that was super cool. And then from there we went down to Germany, where we went to like 4 different cities, just kind of day trips and stuff like that. And we visited a couple other PR firms, some of the oldest in the world, which was kind of cool. Hill and Knowlton was one of the places we went to, and they were established in like the 20s, so it's pretty old, which was kind of cool. And then we also got to see the German Communication Museum and the Film Museum and stuff like that, so that was really interesting. The Film Museum had a ton of like original props that were used in certain movies. Like they had the original puppet of Jack Skellington that they used in Nightmare Before Christmas, which I thought was really interesting because I love that movie. It was really cool. It was super educational, but it was also really cool because I'd never been to Europe before, so that's how I spent my summer.